On this day in 1931, Jimmy McGrory scored 5 goals as Celtic beat East Fife 9-1. Season 1930-31 saw Celtic seriously challenge for the league title for the first time since their last win in 1925-26. With an exciting blend of youth and experience, they were pushing Rangers, who had won the last 4 championships, all the way and were only 2 points behind with a game in hand. The match against East Fife at Celtic Park on the 10th of January 1931 was billed as a dress rehearsal for the Scottish Cup tie between the teams at Methil the following week. The Dundee Courier reported on the 12th of January 1931, "It is a blessing for the Fifers that the real performance will be enacted on another stage and with different scenery." In a team that almost picked itself, Celtic lined up J. Thompson, Cook, McGonigal, Wilson, McStay, Geetins, R. Thompson, A. Thompson, McGrory, Scarf, Napier. The match ended in a rout, but Celtic did not make the best of starts, the Scotsman of the 12th of January reporting, "The Celtic fullbacks and halfbacks were anything but steady, and it was just as well for them that the Fife forwards did not combine when they had the bulk of the play in the early stages. When the Celtic got their first 2 goals, they came actually against a run of play." It should be stressed though that this difficult opening period lasted only 5 minutes until Jimmy McGrory scored 2 quick goals. The Dundee Courier reported, "McGrory received a tempting forward pass, worked out to the left and sent the ball against the far post, whence it glanced into the net. This goal, scored after 5 minutes play, was followed by another by the Celtic centre 7 minutes later, scored almost similarly, except that this time the assistance of the upright was not required." East Fife pulled one back on 25 minutes, the Courier writing, "Weir scored the Fifers' only goal with an accurate header from a well-placed centre by Wilson. Not a cheer greeted the goal, though the point was cleverly taken." Celtic responded with 3 further goals before half-time, with another 2 from McGrory and 1 from the creative inspiration of the team, Peter Scarf, picked out for special praise by both the Dundee Courier and the Scotsman on the 12th of January. The Courier wrote, "The Celts were now at the top of their form. They had 8 forwards instead of 5, and Scarf was the most sprightly and energetic of the lot." In the second half, McGrory scored his 5th on 51 minutes, then injured his arm and finished the match at outside left. Scarf then completed his hat-trick, and the last came from outside right Bertie Thompson. The Scotsman wrote, "McGrory had 5 in all, Scarf 3 and R. Thompson 1, but Scarf practically made them all. Nobody could hold the inside left forward as he ploughed about on the heavy pitch, and he was the mainspring of a Celtic attack which went like clockwork." The paper also noted, "The Fifers' few good finishing efforts were well stopped by J. Thompson, who was as brilliant as ever in goal." With Rangers losing 1-0 at Fir Park, it was a good day for Celtic, who were back on top of the league, level on points, but with a better goal average and a game in hand. Hopes were high that the title could be won after 5 years, but costly draws against Hearts and Dundee saw Rangers win it for the 5th season in succession by 2 points. Celtic would record a far narrower 2-1 win over East Fife in the Scottish Cup the following week and go on to win the trophy for the 13th time after a replay against Motherwell in the final. A summer tour of North America followed, and hopes were high that a corner had been turned. But the heart would be ripped out of the team by the tragic events of September and December of 1931, and it was Motherwell who stopped Rangers equalling Celtic's record of 6 league titles in a row in 1932. This was a Celtic team whose great potential would never be fulfilled.